I'm Indy Bonet. I'm with Jimmy Bolt. How are you?
I'm doing fine. You?
Good. Okay, so let's just start from the beginning. Who is Jimmy Bolt?
Jimmy Bolt is the character slash person that I created um, after the death of my father and my best friend and her sister. So after that, which happened March 20th, 2016, um, that really inspired me to really just take my art very, very serious. And really, since then, I hadn't really just looked back. So, Jimmy Bolt is all energy, it's all like real vibes, and also just like I rage. So, like for shows and concerts, and like people really feel my energy. And my music and my sound is very based off of feeling. So I feel like people can really feel what I'm feeling through the music. And yeah, that's just a little snippet of it.
So you talked about your sound and how it feels. Can you go in a little deeper? Like, what would
Yeah.
you say? Yeah, talk about that a little bit.
So my sound, it really, so my father was a musician and a band director. So I've been hearing like music and instruments and like Sade and just all these just like amazing artists since I was young, like jamming Kim, jamming just like Anita Baker. So it's kind of like I've had a lots of practice when it comes to me just hearing like good quality music. And then also when I was younger, I was playing instruments just like the piano, like the bass. So I've always been really tapped into just like the music world. So my sound is what I call just like the yacht star sound, which is just like the rock star, but with the Y.
Hmm.
So I say all of my words here with the Y, which transpires from yellow being my favorite color, which is why we have Yellowland records. But my sound is it's a very mix between rap slash um, alternative slash R&B. So it's kind of just like a mixture between those three. Yeah.
Okay, so you mentioned like Sade, Anita Baker. So who would you say are like some of your biggest influences?
My biggest, I would probably say overall, being real, one, my father, two, Kanye,
Hmm.
uh, Travis, Doug, Kim. It's like a very wide view, but those are just like the first ones off top.
Okay, and I know you mentioned your father and his passing. How would you say like your father had an impact on your career so far?
Yes, for sure. Because honestly, probably without him, period, I would probably not really have an interest in being a musician slash an artist. And then after he passed away was when I knew I just had to really like take it super super serious as well because I feel like that's also what he would want me to do. That's also what I love to do. So he definitely is the reason for sure why I even chose chose music.
Right. So you come from a family of music, and I know you talked about the Yellowland record. So how did that come about? How did that get started?
So yeah, Yellow Records. So basically, the summer of 2016 and then on, I was just like recording every day, and I was in someone else's studio, giving them all this money like every day, cause like me, like when I'm on something, like I'm on it like a fiend for it when it like comes to just like my music. Like I'm very just like addicted to it. So it's like I'm recording every day, and then after years and years of me just like spending my own money and like paying all these people, I was like, you know what? I should make my own studio. So this last year, we actually just created Yellowland Records studio, and it's right here in River Oaks. It's actually the first one in its area. But far as the label itself, it came about in 20, I want to say 2017 or 2018 after I dropped my first project, Finally Noticed. So that was when it first came about. And then now we have me as an artist, and we also have K3, K3V. And our label just keeps on, just, you know what I'm saying? Just getting larger and expanding. So, yeah.
Right. I know you guys do a lot of things for the community, right? So I seen you guys teach a lot of media classes and things of that nature. So why is it important for you to give back to the community?
One, because I care. Um, and it's also what I've seen my parents do. Like they were always giving back, and I feel like that's like very just important to one out of because I actually care too, but then two because the people actually need you, and it's like if you're up here and it's like you say you're all these things, but you don't give back, it's just very selfish to me, and it's like pointless, and it's just like we also just like to make it imprints in our community, and also just having where we also set the example too for like artists and rappers period, just to kind of follow our footsteps in that.
Okay. So let's go back to the vocabulary you're talking about. So you really replace everything with a why. So you talked about it a little bit. So how did you
Yeah.
decide to be like, okay, I'm gonna come up with my own vocabulary and take me through that? And how did you get people to start using it?
So first it all started with my favorite color being yellow, and then it turned from yellow to Yellowland, and then after that, just like naturally, like people always saying, "No cap on God," blah blah blah, and then I was like, "No yap on yacht," and then it kind of just came from there, and then I just, you know what I'm saying, like we're just having fun with it, and I just kept on saying things with the Y, like sex, yex, like, you know what I'm saying. So like I actually made my own dictionary, which I do actually have a book in here somewhere. But we actually dropped that with my second album on
Mm-hmm.
Yai, which I dropped last July. So it's just kind of just, you know what I'm saying, like just changing up the culture a little bit, and people have really just caught on just by either just like the gram or my songs, or it just like naturally just being very just like infectious. So yeah, it's been catching on. I've been hearing just like a lot of artists saying no yap and all that stuff like that. Where I'm like, look at him, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like funny to see that too. But yeah,
Okay, and you've gotten some. You worked with some big names. You got some co-signs. Who would you say is like your dream collab?
my dream collab would for sure be Kanye. As Yeezy as he might seem at times and all the things that he does, but just on a level of art and music, for sure, Kanye.
All right. Why do you think that Kanye is like your biggest inspiration?
Um, I think he gets his um, inspiration from like huge, like just moguls. You know what I'm saying? Like first it was like first it was Jay-Z, then two is Steve Jobs, Michael Jackson. So it's like with him that I've kind of like learned that people is he always gains his vibes from like the person that's doing it the best. So like that's what I kind of picked up from that, and it's something that I actually want to like just implement as well with my stuff, because it's like you are who you hang around, you are who you invest in. So I feel like he really, from the jump, he always saw himself as way up there, and I feel like that's why he's at where he's at now. You know.
Mhm. And so, how do you feel about like him in the headlines right now? How does that like seeing him as
Um,
like the inspiration and what he's going through? How does that affect you as an artist?
it actually doesn't. So I would rather not even talk about it because he's Kanye. So like, it's just kind
Right.
of tough, you know. Yeah, like, but
No,
but
I
if that was but if that was anybody else, like they'll be out of there.
feel
But
right.
it's yay. So
I feel that. So, what do
yeah,
you have coming up like music wise?
music wise, my next single is coming out before the end of the month. Um, Dawson's Creek, excuse me, featuring Maxo Cream. So we actually just recorded that song last week. So that's for sure the next single. And then I'm having Boat Bash on the 4th, which is my Yeezy Day, which is my birthday. I'm having a concert slash party. So that's exciting. And then also the day before that, I'm having a private party with Neiman's Marcus. So that's going to be cool as well. So yeah, just gearing up for my next single. And then I also have a big announcement that I can't really say just yet, but I have a lot of things in the works.
Okay, well, I want to tell you happy early birthday and congrats on everything you have going on. Can you let us know where to find you and anything else
Yes,
you want people to know about you?
yes, you can follow me at Jimmy Bolt X on all platforms, and you can find my music at Jimmy Bolt. My single out now is called Work, featuring my artist K3V. But very soon, I'm gonna have some new work for you guys, which is my next single entitled Dawson's Creek featuring Maxwell Cream. So you guys stay tuned for that. Yay.